This example asks us to find the slope of the line negative 3y is equal to 12. Now, this certainly is a linear equation, but when you look at it, you'll notice something very interesting in the fact that it's missing an x, right? This equation only has a y. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to divide both sides by negative 3 so that we can get y by itself, and we get y is equal to negative 4. Now, it is possible that you may remember at this point in time that whenever your x is missing, this is actually the equation of a horizontal line. And a horizontal line always looks like y equals some number without an x in the equation, like y equals negative 4, or y is equal to 2, or y is equal to 17,000. And we know that the slope of a horizontal line is always 0. So if you remember that, great. Y is equal to negative 4, horizontal line, slope is 0, and you're done. But the problem is that often you'll get to a quiz or a test and you'll say, wait a second, is it a horizontal line? Is it a vertical line? I don't remember how to figure this out. So the best thing to do in this case, and sometimes it's what I do, is just draw yourself a graph. So let's think about what y equals negative 4 means. It means that no matter what x is, y has to be negative 4. So we can actually pick any x's that we want to satisfy this equation. So for example, we can pick 2, negative 4. That satisfies the equation y is negative 4. We could pick 0, negative 4, and we could pick, let's say, negative 1, negative 4. Those 3 points are just some examples of the equation y equals negative 4. So if I go ahead now and I plot these points, I see now, as a reminder, that it is a horizontal line. Now, hopefully at this point, you're going to remember that a horizontal line has slope 0. But if you don't, you can always go ahead, take 2 of these points, and use your slope formula. So we've got negative 4 minus negative 4 over 2 minus 0, which just gives me 0 over 2, and 0 divided by anything is 0. So whether you remember this from a algebraic perspective that y equals a number is a horizontal line and has slope 0, or if you need to go ahead and graph it, either way, you're going to end up with the same answer, and that is that the slope of the line is 0. So let's quickly look at this example, find the slope of the line 2x is equal to 12. So clearly, this is an example where the y is missing from our equation, and if we divide both sides by 2, our equation looks like x equals 6. So again, it's really the opposite of what we were looking at in the last example. X equals a number is always a vertical line. Right? That's always the equation of a vertical line, and its slope is always undefined. And so that's the answer to this problem. But again, you can do the same thing where you can draw a graph, you can select certain points, 6, 6, 6, because your x has to be 6 and your y can be whatever. And then you can just go ahead and you can draw that vertical line, and you'll learn ultimately that the slope is undefined. Again, if you needed to, let's say we had the points 6, 3, 6, 2, and 6, negative 5, you can again always use the slope formula. So we get 3 minus 2 over 6 minus 6, which is 1 over 0, and we know that you cannot have a fraction over 0, and so therefore your slope is undefined, and that is the answer to this problem.